Hello everybody and welcome to another reaction video on Peace Beats with Dan Blackwell. Today we are getting into some more Token with his song Marco Polo featuring Marco Plus, the official music video. I've never heard Marco Plus before, so I'm excited to hear his sound and see how it works with Token. Let's see what we're getting into. If you enjoy my reactions, be sure to hit subscribe. Let's go.
Dad told me doing coke in college barely affected him. If he was still alive, I'd get him better shit. He never hit my mom, but he her reason why depression hit. Every good man has an edge to him. Every good man has an edge to him. She don't want me to leave, she got me edging with her. Didn't act like a baby, my nanny was a devil sitter. Devils under the ground, cause she kept grounding me every winter. Every summer, fall to spring, like plumbers on the sink. I stick my hand in drama, puncture off my rings. The girl spoke to me more politely than our butlers talk to kings. I fucked her off a kick, but Joshua always sings and Rugbirds always stinging. My patience is always thin enough to jump to modeling.
Back up before I called the scene and had your mama them letting out awful screams. It's me and Token, ISO and niggas. Don't gotta call the screen. We Luke and LeBron James off the lean and the ball of beans. Smoking on the split full of your best friend. My clip full on the way.
Boundaries are for pushing, man, and that is what Token is doing here. I love this beat. I love the bass that's coming in. Such a wide frequency, and the way it's kind of been glitched up, you know, and the way they've matched that with the rapping, like I've never really heard that before. Really, really cool. And Token with the lyrics here, he just he doesn't mess about, does he? You know what I mean? He really kind of just says whatever he feels with absolutely no filter. And it's one of the things I love about his music. And I love the energy of this one. I mean, just straight away opening about his dad there. Let me hear that again.
Never hit my mom, but he her reason. Dad told me doing coke in college barely affected him. If he was still alive, I'd get him better shit. He never hit my mom, but he her reason why depression hit. Every good man has an edge to him.
He never hit mum, but he's the reason why depression hit. God. And it's like every line, you can read into every single line of this. And there's depth to it. And the more you think about it, the more you can get out of it. But before you even kind of get there mentally, he's already thrown something else at you and you're already thinking on the next thing. And I think it's that quality about Token's music that makes it so re-listenable, you know what I mean? Because every time you hear it, you're going to get a new message from within it.
Every good man has an edge to him. She don't want me to leave, she got me edging with her. Didn't act like a baby, my nanny was a devil sitter. Devils under the ground, cause she kept grounding me every winter. Every summer, fall to spring, like plumbers on the sink. I stick my hand in drama, puncture.
What do you think he means when he says every good man has an edge to him? Because I'm kind of wondering about that, thinking about that, and thinking like, in order to be a good man, do you have to have an edge to keep the bad people away? You know, because if you can't keep the bad people away, then they're going to affect you and can turn you into a bad person. So you need an edge to be able to protect yourself or your loved ones, kind of thing. You need something to be able to kind of push those motherfuckers away from you, you know what I mean, to get them like back. So I don't know, there could be a few interpretations on that, so I'd be interested to know in the comments like what you guys think, because it's a line. I like it a lot, but I feel there could be a few different meanings there.
Devils under the ground, cause she kept grounding me every winter. Every summer, fall to spring, like plumbers on the sink. I stick my hand in drama, puncture off my rings. The girl spoke to me more politely than our butlers talk to kings. I fucked her off a kick, but Joshua always sings and Rugbirds always stinging. My patience is always thin enough to jump to modeling.
Back up before I called the scene and had your mama them letting out awful screams. It's me and Token, ISO and niggas. Don't gotta call the screen. We Luke and LeBron James off the lean and the ball of beans. Smoking on the split full of your best friend. My clip full on the West End. No religious rituals, I just sin. This just in. The Southside villain back on the street with a Mac in his Jeep and he clap if you asking for beef. You cats looking weak. You asking for peace? Ask for the peace. Then leave the whole mag or then your mask your fleece. Then jump back in the wagon here and do the dash from police. Heard he was stressing before we shot him. I hope he passed the relief. Pussy.
Marco, Lower that beam.
Oh, he just hit his likes.
I know what that mean.
Oh, his features are bought.
I know what that mean.
Now he blame TikTok.
Yeah, I know what that mean.
Hey.
Marco, lower that beam.
No, it's a concept album.
I know what that mean.
Now he mad at his label, and his show was only filmed from one angle.
Yeah, I know what that mean. I wanted my grandma to see my house, but she just passed. I hope she's in heaven appreciate.
Do you know what this reminds me of? Like, that chorus hook there, it kind of takes me back to sort of really early Eminem, like the Infinite kind of album, like the very, very beginning. But obviously the production on that album was, I mean, it was a long time ago, and it, you know, the production of this is very, very modern, but it has a similar feel in kind of lyrical content and sort of like rap melody style. It just, I don't know, it brings me back to that a little bit. I don't know, it makes me reminiscent of it. I don't know if you know what I mean. Just that little hook there.
Lower that beam.
Oh, he just hit his likes.
I know what that mean.
Oh, his features are bought.
I know what that mean.
Now he blame TikTok.
Yeah, I know what that mean.
Hey.
Marco, lower that beam.
No, it's a concept album.
I know what that mean.
Now he mad at his label, and his show was only filmed from one angle.
Yeah, I know what that mean. I wanted my grandma to see my house, but she just passed. I hope she's in heaven appreciating the view I have. Mom never dated after my dad. I had no stepdad. That's how I want all my bitches to be after I leave their ass. Make them hate man forever. I hate her, ain't legend ever. My pages, they epicenter. At 8, they ain't check my temper. My brain just ain't getting better. They made me take tests to measure like day-to-day Helen Keller. My aiming ain't ever better. I may just break MJ's record. Her days of straight rest and pleasure like Labor Day stretch forever. I was only a kid. I guess those ladies say sex offenders, cause my dick wasn't grown-ups more than David Spade, Adam Sandler. My anger red rather banners on stage like they backup dancers. My lady say half some manners. She ain't a straight happy camper. My bank's like extravaganza. My saving grace, that's the answer. I make mistakes bad as the amateurs who raised the late Adam Lanza. All of my friends are dead. They got the face who they cast as Chandler, bathing like Matthew Perry, but it's bathed in ape. Have a gander. There's sickness behind my bars like in Mace when they battle cancer. My capital is conquered. I should change my name as New Hampshire.
Cruising through the opposition block with pistols cocked to get a drop. We hopping out the fucking whip. I'm sick of spitting blocks. My aim is bad. Pop him out the bushes and I flame his ass. Thought he was acting wild, but he wasn't lying. I had to tame him fast. I done put the beam up on his head, but this ain't laser tag. I signed the right nation. Now niggas hate me like they Damon Dash. He told his bitch to stop playing my music. That shit make him sad. An artist by commission. This hoe paying me to paint her ass. I'm like Bob Ross, but my boss. Let off shots, your dog lost. Hop in the whip, then haul off. Raising pistol homes. Me and my dogs kill all of his dogs. I'm Victor Holmes. We looking like some fucking chain smokers. How many cigs was blown?
Marco, lower that beam.
Oh, he just hit his likes.
I know what that mean.
Oh, his features are bought.
I know what that mean.
Now he blame TikTok.
Yeah, I know what that mean.
Hey.
Marco, lower that beam.
No, it's a concept album.
I know what that mean.
Now he mad at his label, and his show was only filmed from one angle.
Yeah, I know what that mean. I don't do lines. I seen him turn my sister crooked, but my 4th grade best friend is addicted and he looks it. He just broke down the pills while I broke down the reasons why he shouldn't. He slid him over to me and I pushed it. I pushed that shit away. I got boundaries, you didn't know? I do. You gotta be a pretty girl to push it in my nose. Tippy toes is what my dad chose to leave the bedroom with. He acted way too suicidal for a child, so when I was 10 and shit, when he slept too long, I had to check on him. I did. Big respect to him. I love you. Ever since I watched The Godfather, I don't like people sitting directly in back of me. My father showed me The Godfather, and that's the only thing he did that was fatherly. Don't talk to me. Talkative men bother me. Too much time on your hands, go have some fun or stack some cash or some. It's past the cup, I need a happy buzz. Vodka got me talking with a lisp. It's not a Grey Goose, it's Daffy Duck. Happy brunch, happy birthday. What's your lucky number? 24, always been my lucky number. It's me and my sister's birthday, and it's how many hours are in a day, and that puts me in first place. So when Dad died on the 24th, I took it as a good thing.
Shit.
What the fuck?
Huh. Huh. Damn. Like I said earlier, it's like each bar you get, you start sort of mentally digesting it, but then you're getting fed more, you know, and it's a lot to take in, and that's what makes it so replayable. But what I really liked about that song musically is the instrumental was so minimal. It was just bass and a very like bare beat, you know, that the sort of all the musicality had to be carried by the vocals, by the rap. They had to keep on switching up the cadence, keep the the sort of the rhythm and flow style kept on evolving and changing throughout, because the pressure's on them to keep it musically interesting, because the instrumentals just, it's just there to support what the vocals are doing. The main instrument is the rap, and it's kind of a subtle thing in a way, you know, like it's a little bit of a flex, because we don't need all this instrumentation, all these kind of layers and stuff. What they're saying is like, we can just carry this by ourselves with our vocals, with the lyrical content and the flow style and talent. Like, that's the main focus. And yeah, it
Happy camper, my
put a little hole in my brain. Damn, this album, man. I keep on going back and forth whether I'm going to kind of sit down and like break it down song after song, or if I just kind of keep on taking it one bit at a time, because there's so many different styles within it. There's so many subjects covered, so many different energies to each song. It's a real like journey, you know, and it's a lot of fun to go on. It's a lot of fun following Token's journey. I love what he's doing, and I like how he's kind of simultaneously bringing back like old sounds of rap, while at the same time moving things forward and being innovative and creating new sounds and new styles. He's doing that at the same time. He's bringing like the best of the old school stuff and pushing forward now and like making this amazing new stuff, you know. It's very, very cool. If you enjoy my reactions, be sure to hit subscribe. Make sure you head over to Token's channel and hit subscribe to him as well if you have not already. And as always, everybody, take care. Peace and love.